Hi everyone, this is Billy Ariel Real Life, and I'm coming to you as usual from inside the Resistance Studio. We have Katrina here with me. We have our advisor, the OEM Original Messenger, and we have the team members here. Well, I am here before the mic because I found out some disturbing news, and I wanted to address this person in particularly about what they have done. I'll say it to you like this. His name is Winston. Winston has always been a subscriber of the Resistance team, Billy Ariel, and Katrina's channel for quite some time. Katrina, she has her own private channel, and then she is affiliated with the Resistance team members, but she still considers herself as Katrina because that's her name. Well, we had some unfortunate news this morning from one of our subscribers who had been with us for a while. His name is Winston. And we had talked with him, myself, Katrina, the resistance team. We had shared with him the many things that we had found out, the many things that I personally had visions of, or had sensed, or had read from, excuse me, the power that is within me. And so we shared that with Winston, myself, Katrina, and the rest of the resistance team. And we talked about the afterlife and what it was all about through our investigative research. We shared that with him, and we wanted him to know that one day that we all would have to leave this earth, this planet, this matrix here, and we all would have to leave. And once we left, where would we go? We all shared where we would go with this Winston. We asked him many questions as to who he was and what race he was and what he believed in and what he didn't believe in, because he had been with us for a while and he knew personally about myself. He knew personally about Katrina, and he knew personally about the members of the team. We didn't try to hide ourselves. We didn't try to make ourselves better than anyone else. But there are a few team members, as myself and Katrina, we do have abilities. And so we shared that with him, when we thought that, we were all a family, even though he wasn't a member of the resistance team, but we considered ourselves as family because we talked so much. We shared things, and when he was down, we were down with him. And he gave us encouragement as well. But then it came to the point of time we talked about, once again, about our departure from this walk of life into out into the universe where we all one day want to go back to, and that's source or Paroma. And we talked about that and what we must do in order to get there and the sort of thing. And we shared it with Winston. Well, we found out that Winston, he had stated at one time that he was going to leave. He was going to leave and he's going to go back out into the universe to try to reach the different layers to get the source, and if not source, to go to Pleroma. And we told him some things, reminded him really of things that he should do, he must do, and what he's going to encounter, and who he's going to encounter on his way getting there. And what I really thought, because it's the time of talking with Winston, he was very, very serious, and I felt his seriousness. And what I did, I gave a message, and left a message to him about him leaving, because at that moment, you know, he was really, really serious about leaving. And I will share that with you all here. But I left a very touching message about him leaving and how we will meet up together on the other side. Well, several days went by, but I would say, and I have to be honest in what I say about this. After Winston had told us that he was going to leave, and I had made this delivering message to him, gave it to him and with him, and it was so filling. The next day, I told the team, I said, Winston didn't go anywhere. And he said, oh, no, Billy RL. I said, no, Winston has not left. He's not going anywhere. And come to find out, he didn't go anywhere. And well, how did you know he didn't go anywhere, Billy RL? Well, number one, I have abilities, people. I can sense things. I can read things. I can it just comes to me. And I knew that he had not gone anywhere. Well, several days went by and we found out that he was still there. And we have a very faithful subscriber. Her name is Annie. And Annie and Katrina, they talk to each other. And sometimes there's another female that's on YouTube, and her and Annie talks. And so we found out that uh, Winston had not gone anywhere, and I told her when I knew it from day one. Then we were told by Annie that he had left again. He said he was going to leave out, and come to find out, and I told everyone then at that time, no, Winston is not going anywhere. He has not left. Come to find out, Katrina and our faithful subscriber, Annie, they talk to each other. Winston is still here. He's not going anywhere. He hasn't even left. And when Katrina came to me, I knew automatically what she was going to say. Katrina, he hasn't left. And I went to address the team, and the team said, he hasn't left. I said, no, he's not going anywhere. He has not left. He's not going to leave. And so I say this to make a long story short to you, was Winston. Keep saying wisdom, but it's Winston. I say this to you. You're not ready to leave. And you knew from the very beginning you were not going to leave. Sometimes Lucifer and Satan will trick the very ones who have those special abilities, that knowledge of knowing. They will even trick them until maybe a little later on, when they are by themselves and the universe begin to speak to their spirit to let them know they haven't left yet. And this is what I found out. You have no intentions of leaving because you are so attached, Winston, to this world, this matrix, and you're not ready to give it all up yet. And so you have to try to sort of secretly tell people that you want to leave out tomorrow. You're going to leave out next week, this sort of thing. And you have no intentions of leaving out tomorrow, next week, the 2 weeks from the day. You have no intentions. I say to you, Winston, stop playing. This is nothing to play with. You are playing with the universe. You are playing with those that when you do actually leave out and you are sincere about it, you are playing with those who are ready to accept you in. And then they are disappointed because they realize that you are not ready and you didn't come. This is something that's not a game. And I'm surprised that you, Winston, not only myself, but Katrina and the entire team, we are really surprised at you because no one asked you to leave. You made the vow on yourself that you were going to leave. No one put a gun to your head and said, Winston, you got to leave. You got to leave tomorrow. No one did that. You were the one that said, I'm going to leave. Enough is enough. I'm going to leave tomorrow night. And only to find out you had not leave. Then you made another date and time that you were going to leave. Come to find out you didn't leave at that time. You're playing games, and you're playing a very dangerous game because what you have done, you have opened the doors of Marduk, which is Lucifer, and you've opened the doors of Satan, and you've opened the doors of their demonic beings, and they are ready to snatch you in because they know that your mind is not worthy. And then the thing that I want to say to you, and then I'm finished, and I'm going to let Katrina do some talking. The thing that I want to say to you is this. You know, all that you know about the afterlife. And I have to be honest about this. You learned, you were taught by the best. And you were taught from the resistance team, because that's one thing about us, the team. We do our investigative research. We fly around, we travel to get information, we talk to different ones. We have excuse me, we have attended the parties of the Illuminati twice and got away with it, and we will never go back there again. We have talked to several people. We know what we're talking about. And then with me, Katrina, and a few other team members, we have now with me. I have to talk about myself because I have the full abilities. I have to I have visions. I have gone to bed at night and wake up in the middle of the night and know what's going to happen a couple of hours from the time I wake up. Or wake up in the middle of the night and know what's going to happen the next day. I can stand in front of someone, and this is why I do not like to look at people directly. To be honest about it, I don't even like to be around people unless it's my team members. But I can stand there and read a person from left to right, right to left, inside out, down, up, but in all directions. And because that's the gifts and the abilities, I can make you fly when you don't want to fly. I can make you fall when you don't want to fall. But I don't like to use my abilities. I've been trained by Japanese teachers. I've been trained by Chinese teachers. I've been trained by American teachers in how to use my abilities. That's why I stay in solitude a lot of times by myself. When you hear of my team getting on the YouTube, making comments or saying something, they're speaking for me. I'm not there because they know who I am. Katrina has done the same thing, and she has abilities as well. But with you, Winston, you are playing games, and I knew from the very moment after the next day, really, to be honest about it, that you had not gone anywhere. I was so happy, so enthralled that you had found me, opened yourself up, found out about yourself, and you were deciding to leave. And I even the video that I sent to you, I stated to you that we all are going to meet on the other side. And it was a touching video that I left you only to find out that you had not gone anywhere. And I have to be very careful of people like you, Winston, because people like you will deceive even the very elect if they're not on their toes. And so, but I had gotten so enthralled with you, I myself and the team, and we have believed in you because you were a faithful subscriber, but you have not cleaned up your life entirely to be able to leave this matrix, going to an aroma or even to source. Because you see, you have to understand, Winston, when you leave to go there, all you have, well, I'll say it to you like this: you have to shed all of your uncleanliness in order to be able to enter there. Yes, you'll be free. You can do whatever you want to do, but all of that filth and that uncleanliness is not going to enter there. You have to give it up in order to leave. That's why you're not ready to leave. So I'm not surprised because there have been many other people like you who are holding on to pieces of this matrix, of this world, of this earth, and they don't want to leave to go to that better and far away universe. They don't want to have to climb or try to escape the 7 levels in order to get there. But I'm telling you, Winston, Lucifer, Satan, and his demonic beings are waiting for you because you made the mistake of saying out loud that you want to leave, and and you didn't leave, and you have made them angry. You have made the mistake of saying you were going to leave, and the on the other side of Paroma and that source in the better universe, they were waiting for you, and they saw no Winston. Stop playing games, Winston, because you're only hurting and damaging yourself, and you don't have sense enough to realize it. And then Annie was so disappointed. She felt that you were leaving and that, hey, he's leaving, he's left, and we're going to join him because she is going to join. She's going to join us. Stop it, Winston. You're making, you have made a terrible mistake. No one told you, no one asked you, no one demanded of you to leave this earth. You chose to leave on your own. And when the going got good to you, you decided not to do it. You have to give it up. You have to give it up. Whatever it is, and you know exactly what it is, you have to give it up. So that's all I want to say. I mean, because when we all really believe that you were actually leaving, do you know we all got into a circle and start giving over the meditations and talking to the universe, asking them to receive you. Do you know how much energy that took, Winston? Do you know how much energy that took? And once we were done, we were all drained. But it wasn't until the next day, a couple of hours later, leading into the next day, the universe, the spirit, the consciousness told me he hasn't gone yet. He has not gone yet. And I cried. I cried because not crying because you hadn't gone yet, crying because you put damage on your own self and didn't realize it. So whatever day or time or hour that you decide to leave, then do it. But you better make sure when you do it that you leave all of this bullshit behind and go as a free being because they're not going to take your soul. They want your spirit. But you see, you're thinking that you can go with your soul and your spirit, and you think that you're going to enter in, but you're not. And I want to say one more thing, and then I'm done. Winston, out of all that you've learned, I think I've said it once before, but I'm going to say it again to make sure. Out of all that you learned about the afterlife and going to a pleroma, and because you have asked a lot of questions of us about this, it seemed like to me that you would have said, well, let me give my goodbyes now. Or if you knew that you were not going to go the first day that you say that you were going to go, it looks like to me that you would have said, well, let me tell Katrina, let me tell Billy or else that I've changed my mind. And then we could have did something about that by talking to those in the free world. We don't have contact with them, Winston. But you see, but they understand because it wasn't on us, it was on you. And even Annie, you told Annie that you were leaving, and then Annie finding out that you had not leave. Who are you, Winston? Who are you? But you better give it up because you'll never make it. And I just have this feeling, it has not been shown to me yet. I'm not seeing anything yet, but I have this inkling feeling that you're going to be left behind. And when you want to escape, it's going to be too late. So that's all I have to say to you, Winston. You better get yourself together because you're playing with dangerous tools. And those tools are your own selfish way of thinking. Stop it before it's too late. And I would like to have Katrina come forward and say something because the team was sitting here and they you know they have lost a lot of faith in you, Winston. And Katrina, she's here. She want to say a few words because there have been many times when you have talked to her. So here she is, Katrina.
I just want to say, as many times as we have talked about the reincarnation trip and the prison planet theory, I need you all to know out there that the reincarnation trick and the afterlife, it is not a game. I repeat, it is not a game. if you know you're not ready to unplug from the matrix, don't put out that false energy and manifestation into the ether. Don't put that out into the universe, because not only is the universe listening, but so is Enki, the demiurge, Yaldabaoth, Lucifer, and so is Marduk, who is Satan, Amun Ra. There is no shame in not being ready spiritually, mentally, and emotionally to unplug from the matrix. There's no shame whatsoever, because everyone with common sense knows that there is a very deep process that it takes. There is a very deep process that one must do in order to transition. It is very tedious. And so a lot of us, we have not completed the process in order to transition. So there's no shame in and saying, I'm not ready. I'm not ready spiritually. I still have to complete the process. There's no shame in that. But don't put out intentions into the universe that you know are not genuine. Because while Enki and Marduk, while they cannot take a life, and they cannot take your life, they can put things into action that can cause you to transition over before you've become spiritually ready and spiritually prepared to transition. And when that happens, you will enter into the very reincarnation loop that you wished not to enter into. This is why I always say this is not a game. These topics about the afterlife and the reincarnation trick, they're not games. I will say this. Earlier today, I watched the newest Conjuring film, and I have always been big supporters of Ed and Lorraine Warren. And I have seen the many interviews they did when they were on this side of the realm. And one thing I have to say about Ed and Lorraine, in every interview they did, they took the topic of the afterlife, they took the topic of Lucifer, Satan, they took it very seriously. You didn't see Ed and Lorraine saying things and then coming back and backtracking what they're saying, with them saying, oh, we didn't really mean that. We were just saying that at the time. You didn't see them doing that. Everything they talked about when it came time to discuss topics of the afterlife and evil, they spoke on those topics seriously. They took those topics seriously. When they went in to do investigations, they didn't laugh and joke and, hey, see the sports game. They didn't play games. They came there to do serious work at whatever house they were going to do battle with the evil in the afterlife. That's how you have to take these topics of the afterlife and the reincarnation trick. These are very serious topics. These are very serious issues. These are issues that have the ability to permanently damage you or to permanently strengthen you. You have to take it seriously. You're not talking about buying a car. You're not talking about buying something at Walmart. You're talking about doing something that is the biggest step that you have ever made, that you have ever done in all of your existence. As such, you have to take it serious. You have to be serious in you taking that step, or in you delving into the issues that are associated with that step. Do not put out into the universe, I'm ready to transition, if you know you're not ready to transition. You can say, I feel like I'm ready to transition. I think that after a while, if things don't get better, I will transition. But to say, I'm going to transition, that is specific energy that you are putting into the ether. And the universe is hearing you. Enki is hearing you. Marduk is hearing you. Enki is Lucifer. Marduk is Satan. And every time that you put that energy out there for all of those factors to hear, and then you decide to backtrack on that energy that you put out there, you are making Enki and Marduk stronger, because then at any time they could say, okay, you played around. You said you were coming here and we got ready to block you from leaving here. And you're not going to come. Well, now we're going to make you come. And we're going to make you come before you have even gotten yourself spiritually ready to come. Then when they make you come and you get to the other side, you are screwed, because they will capture you into their reincarnation loop. All because you put out there the false energy of, I'm ready to go, and you know you were not spiritually ready to go. You know you're not spiritually ready to go, but you're putting it out there anyway, because the day was hard, because you can't do this the way you want to do this, or you wanted to do this. So you put out there in the universe, you put out there in the ether, and you put out into manifestation, I'm going to go. And you know you're not going to go. You're just saying that because the day kicked your ass. Life is kicking your ass. You're not putting that out there because you really are just ready to go home. You're putting it out there because life is getting hard for you, and you're saying it, but you don't mean it. You're saying it, but you don't mean it. And you don't mean it because you know you have not gotten yourself spiritually prepared. What you are doing is you're making yourself pray for Enki and Marduk to cause a situation to happen where you will come at force. Because all they have to do is have you cause, all they have to do is set up a situation where as you're driving, you get a car accident. As you are in your home, something happens where you die in your home. Maybe you slip and fall on the floor and something happens, and you may think, oh, that would never happen. Hey, yes, it can. You slip and fall on your kitchen floor and the refrigerator falls on top of you and crushes you to death. You walk out your house and a stray bullet goes point blank into your forehead. You're dead. Enki and Marduk can cause situations like that to happen, and that will mean that you will be going into the afterlife, not of your own will, but because Enki and Marduk caused a situation for that to happen, and you're going into the afterlife knowing you are not spiritually prepared, and you're going to go right into that reincarnation loop. And as I have said, once you go into that reincarnation loop, you are screwed. When you do come back down here, number one, you're coming back down here in AI. And when you come back down here in AI, you can hang up, oh, I'm going to just learn the next time I come back down here about the reincarnation trick so I can get it right the next time. That's not going to be a next time. This is the only lifetime you have to get it right. This is why I say you can't play with these topics. You can't play with them. This is what I wanted to say. People start taking this stuff seriously, because the team comes on here. We have a little hee hee ha ha moment. I have a little hee hee ha ha moment about the reincarnation trick in the prison planet theory. But all in all, I take this stuff seriously. I am so serious about the reincarnation trick in the prison planet theory. It's not even funny, because I know what could happen if I just, oh, it is not that serious. Oh, it's not that serious as people are making it out to be. Oh, I can just take it for granted. I can just take it lightly. No, I can't. Because the minute that you take it lightly, the minute that you think, oh, it's not that serious, that's the minute, well, when circumstances can happen that can cause you your doom. I will end with this. Just look at the films Final Destination, and you may think, oh, those are just movies. No, honey, no. There's a lot of truth in those movies. Death and its design causing situations to have each of those people to die before they're even ready to die. That's not just movies, that's real life. That actually happens in real life. People have gotten into situations. How in the heck? You're telling me that this woman, she slipped and fell on her kitchen floor and a stove fell on her? Nobody knows how it happened. It was just a freak accident. No, death caused it. And death is nothing more than Lucifer and Satan, Enki and Marduk, causing circumstances to happen where you will go before you're spiritually ready. And once you cross over, knowing you're not spiritually ready, I'm telling you, you can hang up for Roma. You can hang it up. You are going to get sucked into that like suck. You better stop playing with this. This is not a game. This is not a game. I don't care how many animated videos it is brought on this channel. This is not a game. This is something serious. It's serious. So don't put that energy out there. If that's the equivalent of you putting out there, tomorrow I'm going to get shot execution style. Damn it, this won't happen. I'm going to shot execution style. And then you know you don't mean it. Then tomorrow you go out of your house and you get shot execution style. You didn't mean it. You were just saying that. You put that energy out there. That energy comes right back to you. One day you're going to say, I'm going to leave. This Monday, I'm going to unplug from the matrix. And you don't mean it. Monday's going to come. You're going to go out of your house, and somehow, some way, something is going to happen where you are going to transition over from this realm to the other realm, and you're not ready. And then you're screwed. Stop playing. There's no shame in not being ready. But don't speak those words. I'm going to unplug. If you know you are not absolutely going to unplug, you can say, I feel like I'm going to unplug. If things don't get better, I'm going to unplug. You can say that, but I'm going to unplug. I'm going to leave this and that date. Don't say it if you don't mean it, because you're not doing it for us. You're not doing it for Billy RL. You're not doing it for the team. You're doing you unplugging. Is not, oh, I'm doing this to help humanity. No, because humanity can't save you. Only you can save you. You're unplugging and deciding not to come back down here because you have decided, I don't want to do this again. Now, if you want to do this again, hey, have at it. Hey, when you cross over, go on into the light. Go on and do this all over again. It's up to you. You're not going to Pleroma because you're making anyone else happy. You're going to Pleroma. You're deciding to escape the reincarnation trick because you are tired of doing this again, per your own words, per your own feelings, per you checking off these videos that are on this channel. So this is something that you're doing for you. I just thought I would, add those words to it because, you have a lot of people that are playing. They're playing with death and death's design. And I'm telling you, one day you keep putting out words and you keep putting out messages into the ether and to the universe. And Enki and Marduk, they can hear everything you're saying 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days out of a year. They hear everything that you say. You keep putting words and messages that you don't mean out into the universe, knowing that you're playing with Lucifer and Satan. One day, Lucifer and Satan are going to play a game with you, and it's going to be the game called Fuck Around and Find Out. You're going to keep fucking around with Enki and Marduk, Lucifer and Satan, and one day you're going to find out. This is why that's a dangerous thing to do. Don't play with the reincarnation trick in the afterlife. It is not a game.
Billy Ariel is back at the mic. Winston and all the rest of you out there, you have heard it from Katrina. You heard it from myself, Billy Ariel, too. We're just trying to keep you abreast of the realities of leaving this matrix, going to source or Parama. So it's up to you. When Katrina was talking, it reminded me of something that my Japanese my Japanese teacher and my Chinese teacher, my mother, and all others who were trying to guide me and steer me in the right direction. If you don't want Satan to know what you're thinking or what you're actually saying, then hum. Hum. You know, you can hum and speak your words by humming. Lucifer, Satan, the demonic beings does not know what you're saying when you hum. A lot of times I hum. I hum what is in my mind of what I'm saying. They cannot read your minds. That's one thing that I'm so thankful and grateful to know that Lucifer, Satan, all their demonic beings, the Anchons or Ancrons, whatever you call those, Archons, whatever you call them, they cannot read your mind if you hum. So take the advice of what I said to you. Take the advice of what Katrina has spoke to you. What we two are speaking is not just for ourselves. We're speaking on the behalf of the entire 350 team members, and which we're called the resistance team. Now you can accept it, reject it, and or leave it alone. But Winston is your call. You have heard, you have been warned. Now it's up to you in however and what direction that you throw your ball and where it lands. That's up to you. Annie, I would like to say to you on behalf of myself and Katrina and the entire team, we thank you for letting us know. I already knew, but Katrina, let her know as she passed on to remind me and to remind the team. Thank you, Annie. And we hope that the day will come when you have made up your mind to leave this matrix and we all can join in together and have a mighty good old time. So thank you for being our subscriber and thank you for just being dedicated. And so with that, we're going to leave you with everything that I have said on behalf of myself and the team, everything that Katrina has said on behalf of herself and the team. And most and most of all, our advisor, the original messenger. We'd like to give her props and her credit. If it wasn't for her, we would not be going in that direction. Even though we have the abilities to read, to uh, to think of our own on our own 2 feet, but she guides us and she advises us because she has more abilities than I ever will have because she's been in this thing a very long time. So we, the team, would like to thank her as well. We love our advisor. And Halloween night, we spent the night at her house and she got games and everything. And this woman has the biggest house there because she has the money for it. The biggest house there is, and every last one of us, 350 of us, we spent the night at her house on last night, Hollow's night, this morning, and some was planning on going back to her house for tonight for the entire weekend. But we just wanted to share with you our good tidings of joy. So with that, this is me, Billy Ariel. Accept it, reject it, and I'll leave it alone. And I'm gonna like to say one more thing. Knowledge is obtained, whereas power is gained. Accept it, use it, and not abuse it. This is me, Billy Ariel, real life. Until the next time. Bye. Hi, Winston. This is Billy Ariel, real life. And I'm coming to you personally in a private moment. Well, to have a private talk with you. I've heard that you're ready to end it at the end of this week. We can't blame you, the team, we cannot blame you because we know that you're tired. And we're tired as well. But we're trying to hang on just a little while longer, maybe in a next couple of weeks, maybe a month. And we will be joining you. There's no doubt about that. But what I, Billy Ariel, want to make sure of is that you're ready to leave this hellish planet, this matrix. You have to have your mentality together, your mental state together. You have to release all ties to this planet Earth, this matrix. You have to release it all, Winston. You have to focus on from the time that your body, your spirit is leading up to your death. You have to focus on where you're going. You have to focus on being free. Anything other than that, that's left here on this matrix planet, you have to release, Winston. You have to start thinking telepathy. Because once you leave this matrix planet and you're planning on going to Pleroma, you will have to speak telepathic, the language that is. And we want you to be ready. We want you to release all fears that you may have, that you have had here on this planet. When it's time to, when it's time for your spirit to come out of your body, we want your spirit to come out of your body with no fears whatsoever. You can't be afraid of anything. You have to think of mentally going home, not to source, but to you, the planet that you're going to, Peruma. And I want to remind you also as well, because I don't want to get you confused. Peruma is source. So let's get that understood now. You, I know that you're tired. We all here of the resistance tool, we all are getting tired ourselves. We've had meetings after meetings, and every team member, we're getting tired. Myself, Katrina, our advisor, the original messenger, Tabitha, beautiful Rose, fabulous fashionista, Lewis, who's a black guy, and many other team members. We're getting tired as well. We're getting mentally tired. But we just have a few more loose ends to tie up. And once we tie that up, we'll be joining you, brother. We're coming. But we just want to make sure, Winston, we want to make sure that you are right with your leaving this matrix planet. You're right before your spirit comes out of that body. Whatever you're going to do to end yourself, your body, your soul here on this earth, you have to make sure, Winston, that everything has been released. I don't care whether it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors. You have to let them go. It's all about you, you leaving this hellish planet and going back home to source. You have to make sure that is what it is. You can't hold on to anything that is of this planet. You do that while you are ending your body, while you're going into death. I want to go home. I want to go to Pleroma. I want to go home. I want to go to Pleroma. Because Pleroma is source. I want to go home. I want to go to Pleroma. And no matter what they show you, now you have to keep this in mind, Winston, because I know what I'm talking about because I have experienced it. No matter what they show you, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents, whomever, that it is not them. They will try to beg you to come their way. You have to be strong, very strong. It's not them. Those people, those beings, because they're not people, those beings that are calling you in. Winston, come on, we missed you. Or whatever name that they know, they recognize that you are being called here on planet Earth. Come on, we missed you. We want you to come with us. Come join us, Winston. We love you. Those are not your family members. Those are demons. Those are those are archons, ascended masters. And so you have to know who's who because they're trying to snatch your spirit. When you came upon the fact that you want to leave this matrix, automatically you're giving up your body. So they know they got that. But now they want your spirit. And if they can get your spirit, they got you to be reincarnated back down here to this hellish planet again. And once they reincarnate you back here on this planet hell again, you will have no recognitions of that you've been here before because they will wipe your mind completely clear. So I, Billy R.L., I'm telling you, Winston, now I'm serious because we, Katrina, myself, and the team members, we're coming. And we know that we're coming, we know where we're going. And we want to be able to look around and say, Winston, come forward. And we want you to be able to come forward and we can hug you and say, hey, brother, you're with us now. No more pain, no more heartaches. Come on. That's part of Winston. And so it'll be entirely different. And we know because we've been there before. We've seen, and is much, much, much more better there than it ever will be here on planet L. Hell, any part of this world. So this is why we are so adamant about you making sure that you're ready. We believe that you are ready, but you have to dot every I and cross every T. You have to do it, Winston. This is a serious matter because they will be out there with your family members and your friends and those that you knew and those that you know of to try to draw you back in. And I know that you have a mother. Everyone has a mother. That's how you were born, brought forth into the world. And she's going to be there. And she's going to be there. She's going to try to charm you in. And you may say, well, my mother is not deceased yet. That doesn't matter. They will have someone there to look and act just like your mother to rot you in. You have to be strong. You have to think with your mind and not with your mouth. And I guarantee you, if you do it that way, we're going to see each other again. We know, we know, Winston, how hard it has been. There have been many of us, we have not stated to everyone on our channel, YouTube and or TikTok, but there have been many times where we have sat down and we have cried. Katrina, myself, the original messenger, our advisor, all the team members, we have come together in a circle and we have cried. This world, this universe is kicking our asses, but we know that we have a tad bit more to do. And once we leave this hellish planet they call the universe, we know that we have done all that we can do and there's no turning back. And we know that we're going to have woes while we're living. We know that, it's not going to be easy in us reaching the Roma. It's not going to be easy. And this is why we say to you, Winston, you have to be strong, brother. Strong. They're going to come at you all different kind of ways, type of ways. But you have to be strong mentally before you leave this earth. You start saying, okay, now I'm going home to Peruma. You have to have that August type kind of energy. You have to have a strong energy, Winston. And you can do it, brother. You can do it. We want to see you on the other side. We want to see you and be able to say, hey, our brother's here. Let's have a drink. Let's party. And we want to celebrate. And where we're going, there is no more pain, no more heartaches, no more deaths, no more killings. It's none of that. But we have to get there. And it's not going to be easy, Winston. It's going to be hard when you go on a road trip. It's that even though you know where you're going, but it's not going to be easy to get there. You have to go through different routes, different roads, different cities in order to get there. But it's not easy, but you know where you're going. When we're saying the same thing to you, it's not going to be easy. And from this time forward, I really are a real life. And that's what I'm about, real life, because I've been there. I know what it's about. This is why I'm talking to you now. I know what it's about. Be strong, brother. Be strong, because we all are going to unite one day, very soon. We're with you. We're with you, Winston. We want to be able to say this to you, Winston. And we have faith and confidence in you that you can be able to do it. But you must follow instructions. No matter what faces, what is thrown at you, you say to yourself, I'm going home. I'm going home. And once you reach that place you call home, and we call home, Paroma, it'll be all over. It'll be all over. And you may get there before we get there. But I guarantee you 99.99.299, 599%, you will see us there. We're coming, brother. We're coming. And as I stated before, it's hard. It's like we have known you for years. We have talked to you through the internet, email. We've talked to you, brothers, like we've been knowing you for years. And there have been times I have felt your hurt. I have felt your pain. I know that you're hurting because this earth, this planet will cause you to hurt. It will cause you to bleed when you're not even bleeding. Come home, brother. Come home and wait for us because we're coming soon. We're coming, Winston. There's no doubt about that. We're coming. And when we get there, we want to welcome you to our new realm, because we've already got our realm together, brother. We've got our realm together. We've already worked on it. We know what it's going to look like, what it's going to be. We've got our realm together, and you are going to join us. All we have to do is call out your name. Winston, come on. You may be in another realm, but we can call you out. Winston, come on. And you have to come. And you will like our realm much, much, much more better than the realm that you'll be going to, Paroma. Paroma's nice now, but it won't be as nice and as good as our realm will be. Because you are a part of us, Winston. You're part of us. And the day that you leave this hellish planet, I will know. Billy R.L. Real Life will know that you have left. I will know, Winston. I'm talking to you now, but I can feel your hurt. I can feel your pain, and I will know that you have left. We love you, brother. We love you. In spite of, we love you. And we welcome you to come home. Come home, go back to source. But once again, I will say, you have to be strong, Winston, because they're going to be there trying to take you apart. They're going to be there to try to keep you and return you back to this hellish planet. But we believe in you. We believe that you're ready. Don't come back here. Consider this, Winston. I, Billy R.L., real life, and I'm talking for the entire team, and the entire team are sitting here. They know you, Winston. They know you. When I have known you, they have known you as well. We all are a family. So consider this a, going home. Your homegoing. Consider this as your homegoing. Brother, we love you. We love you. There's no doubt about it. But from this date onward, from right now, when I stop speaking to you, I want you to say, I want to go home to Paloma. I want to go home. I am going home to Paloma. I am. Not the past tense, but the future tense. I am going home to Paloma and be able to face anything that comes after you, because they cannot do anything to you unless it's your will for them to do so. If it's not your will, they cannot do a damn thing to you, and your will has to be strong. Strong. Once myself, Katrina, and all of the team members, when we come to our realm, we'll know if you made it or not. We'll know. So all we have to do is to call your name. And if you don't answer or respond, then we know that you didn't make it. Was to know that the resistance team, the New World Order resistance team, Katrina, the original messenger, I myself, Billy R.L., and the entire team, we love you, brother. Never doubt that. And we are with you in every positive way. You have the power. We have the power. And with the power working together is a mighty blow. And you can do it. Love you, Winston. Love you. This is from Billy R.L., Real Life. And we will, Katrina, the original messenger, and the entire team, we will see you on the other side. Power.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
You have made it 100 miles to freedom. Would you like to pick a new name to mark your freedom?
Paradigm.
Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm wading through muddy waters. You know I got a made up mind, and I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on.
Harriet, Welcome to the Underground Railroad.